Bom, seguindo o nosso summit, agora tem um negócio, uma palestra que está muita gente ansiosa. Eu falo que nós mesmos, né, ficamos ansiosos com isso, são os investimentos do Google. O Google tem um fundo de investimento que é focado em venture capital para empresas que desenvolvem tecnologias de voz. Isso é muito importante, faz a indústria andar. Quer dizer, esse Google Assistant Venture Capital, essa área empurra, e a sua ideia que está desse lado aí, e é independente, sabe, se a empresa é brasileira, indiana, americana, em qualquer lugar do mundo, a tecnologia está aí para isso, e eles deixam isso muito claro. Então a palestra vai ser gerenciada, né? Vai ser uma entrevista com a Ana Beatris Mori, a Bia Mori, que acabou de chegar no Google. Ela é a gerente de parcerias estratégicas América Latina do Google, é da equipe do Marco, e ela vai fazer entrevista com a Saurabh Sharma e a Pauline Cristofari. As duas são da área de investimentos do Google Assistant, área de Venture Capital do Google Assistant. Então, por favor, chama a vinheta delas e a palestra.
NewVoice Summit apresenta Saurabh Sharma, Head of the Google Assistant Investments Program, e Pauline Cristofari, Corporate Development. Entrevistados por Ana Beatris Mori, Partnerships Development Manager, LATAM, Google Assistant.
So, hello everyone. I am Ana Beatris Mori, Strategic Partnerships Manager for Google Assistant Brazil. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you, and also it's a pleasure to be here with Saurabh Sharma and Pauline Cristofari. Thank you both for taking your time to be here. And I would like to start with you telling a little bit about yourselves and also where you were dialing from. Maybe we can start with Pauline.
Sure. I'm super happy and excited to be here. Thank you for having us. My name is Pauline Cristofari. So I'm dialing from San Francisco, where I'm based. And I've been at Google for the past 3 years in the Corp Dev team, which I'm covering kind of multiple product area. Assistant is one of them. And we do kind of investment and M&A.
This is great. Saurabh, about you?
Hi, I'm Saurabh Sharma. I'm also based in San Francisco. I've been at Google for about 10 years and had a variety of different roles. Today, I lead the investment fund, working very closely with Pauline and others. I also manage our product teams based around assistant identity and assistant monetization as well. So excited to be here, and thank you for having us, Bia.
Thank you. It's very nice to start knowing about yourselves before jumping into questions regarding the program. So during this event, we are learning about many great use cases and also challenges that these companies are facing. Thinking about these companies sounds amazing to know that they can count on Google to help them being successful in this voice space. Saurabh, can you start telling us about the Google Investment Program, how it works, and what is its purpose?
Great question. The Assistant Investment Program's purpose is to help this nascent industry of voice and assistive products begin to grow. We recognize that we're only as successful as the ecosystem around us, and so we want to make sure that there's a vibrant ecosystem of products in the space so that more users are able to experience the benefits of this ecosystem, and that we're able to help those users get more things done. The Assistant Investment Program looks to invest in businesses that are getting started in this space so that we can help those businesses grow and help them succeed, ultimately helping our users have a better experience across all of our products.
This is amazing. Pauline, would you like to add to that?
Sure, and I think, plus one to everything Saurabh just mentioned, I think, we're really kind of focusing on the ecosystem of voice The fund was created in 2018, and as voice is kind of becoming an industry that is maturing, we're seeing a lot more new use cases. We're still, I feel like, finding kind of the killer use case, but we're getting there. And I think, we want to really contribute to the entrepreneur working and kind of help them grow and scale their startups in the voice ecosystem.
This is good to hear. And can you, Pauline, tell us more about your investment strategy? So how do you decide to invest?
Sure. So I think, we are investing in anything that is related to voice. I think that's the main purpose of the fund. We're really focusing on early stage. So when I'm telling early stage, is usually kind of seed, could be pre-seed, Series A. We're kind of open on those stage. The average check size that we like to put is usually about $1 million, but it really varies by cases. I think, a key thing that we don't do is kind of be a lead investor. We kind of, rely on the company to find a lead investor before we come in. So those kind of set up the valuation, and we don't do also follow-on investment. So we are really kind of looking for innovative use cases in voice, with a great team that is kind of, really willing to help and kind of help the ecosystem, making sure their product can grow successfully. And we are just making sure that we can provide any resources that they need to help them in that journey. Also, I think, when we're kind of working with those startups, there's a lot of different benefits. And sometimes we have a board seat or a board observer seat. That depends. And also, what we're looking for is kind of internationally, we're looking at any region. So previously, we just made an investment in India. We have now 2 in India. We're looking at Europe, Africa, LATAM. So really kind of the region doesn't in a way matter. I think, we're all building into a common kind of focus. It's voice. And I think, Google Assistant is looking for as many languages as it can.
And talking about region doesn't matter. So Saurabh, maybe you can tell us and guide us a little bit about the range of companies that you invest in. Is there any particular industry or vertical you would look at?
Great question. I think the best way to describe it is that our strategy is twofold. One is often, actually, I get asked, are we only investing in businesses that are building features or experiences for the assistant? And the answer to that is no. Right? We are looking to invest in businesses that are helping this ecosystem grow. We hope that they will build experiences for the assistant and our users, but that's not a requirement. If you're working on innovative technology in the voice or assistive space, we're interested in talking to you and potentially investing for you. That's one part of our strategy. The second part of our strategy is more aligned with our product strategy. And so we look to find businesses that can help further our product strategy to deliver value for the users of Google Assistant today. We look at a range of verticals. There's no particular area that is more important than another. We're looking for innovative work in any vertical. That said, areas like developer tools, areas that are, productivity or family experiences are areas that we're always, looking to invest in. The range changes often as our product strategy pivots and as our needs for working with companies pivot. So we would urge people in all verticals, whether or not they're working, whether they're consumer facing or business facing or developer facing, and whether or not they're building directly for the assistant or not at this point, to apply if they think that they're working on innovative technology that can help this ecosystem grow.
It is wonderful to know that you have such a range broad of companies and verticals and industry that you invest in. So if you are an early stage company and you are looking to be innovative in this space of voice, definitely this is an opportunity for you. This is great. Pauline, you mentioned some benefits, right? So if I am a portfolio company, what can I expect from the investment team and also from Google?
Sure, and maybe let me kind of give you just a quick overview of our portfolio. So we have about 20 companies currently in our portfolio. So I think, we have on our website all the logos, the description. So please feel free to take a look, and it shows kind of, all the variety and the broad range of verticals that Saurabh just mentioned, from education to entertainment to kind of, healthcare. So we're really looking at so many kind of different verticals, and so many new are coming up every year. And so speaking specifically for portfolio companies, what they can benefit is, there's a lot of co-marketing opportunity with Google. That's kind of the first one. The second one, of course, is capital. So as I mentioned, we're kind of an investment program, not a lead investor, but we do invest. Then, we also working with companies in our portfolio to make sure that they're able to, have any type of technical support. For example, if they're building a voice action for a specific vertical, we're making sure that, they're kind of enabled to be doing that on our Google Assistant platform and making sure that it works. So we're really kind of, trying to give as much resources as we can. And then I think, lastly, what we're trying to also kind of make sure that is the portfolio companies, they're kind of meeting between each other. We're also, always looking for their success. So we're trying, for example, to find contacts at any VCs that they want for their, follow-on rounds or their Series A, Series B. We really want to make sure that, they're connected to the right folks in the industry. And so we're trying also to kind of potentially schedule events, making sure that they meet a lot of relevant person for them to be able to kind of grow.
Anything you'd like to add, Saurabh?
No, I think Pauline covered very well. Thank you.
This is good. So, Saurabh, any success use case that is top of her mind that you can share with us about the impact of this program so far?
It's a great question. I look at impact from a couple different lenses, right? I think that at the highest level, part of our goal, as I mentioned earlier, is to attract companies to this ecosystem, to contribute to this ecosystem. And every year that we've been doing this, we've seen more and more companies enter our pipeline, more and more companies that we evaluate. And I think there's many factors for that. And I'd like to think that the presence of the investment program is a factor in that. So I think that's definitely a high level impact that we provide. There's a range of companies that have been successful in different ways. I'll point out that some of our developer-facing companies, we actually use those developer tools every day, and that's helped those companies grow. On the other side, some of our gaming companies and some of our vertical experiences have been integrated directly with the assistant. And so it's not only helped those companies grow, but it's helped our users get a great experience as well. And so I really think that there's a range of successful use cases that we're really proud about. There are other ways of success as well. For other companies, as Pauline mentioned, we've been able to connect them with other VCs, connect for subsequent rounds, or connect them with Googlers internally that have provided business or technical advice that's helped them grow. So I think that there's many different success stories. It depends on how you define success, but we've been really happy with the results of the program so far. Actually, I'll add one more thing. One of the things that happened recently was that along with Google for Startups, we sponsored a voice AI accelerator program where we accelerated 12 companies that were part of that program. And since those companies, first of all, those companies got a lot of great support from Googlers and got access to a lot of resources internally to help them move their vision forward. And since that program ended, it's been really heartening to see that many of these companies have gone on to subsequent rounds of funding, have gone on to growth, have been acquired. So again, it's really heartening to see that our efforts are paying off in helping the ecosystem grow and helping our users have a better experience as well.
Sure.
Yeah, and maybe if I can add, I think we're very kind of looking to successes for our portfolio companies, and I feel like just seeing even like the voice industry, it's growing very fast. I think also seeing the VC kind of funding in those industries is actually showing that there's strong interest from a lot of companies to kind of making sure that the technology is being improved, making sure that the talent is there. So we are very happy to see a lot of our kind of companies who are kind of raising really large Series B round or Series A round by very kind of famous VC funds. So it those kind of really make us super happy just to see that they're kind of flying on their own, they're making things work and making things happening in the voice ecosystem.
Yeah, so it's amazing to see that the impacts are not just during the investment, but also after it. So it's very, very good to listen this. So we have here today some startups listening to us that are venturing in this voice technology space. And I believe that it would be great if you both can share with them some advice.
Sure. I mean, I can take a stab, and I'm sure there's a lot to say here. But I think the first advice I will recommend is just be kind of bold and make sure that you reach out to us. We're always happy to kind of connect with you, connect with founders, learn more about what you're trying to build. Trying to understand your product roadmap, seeing kind of collaboration opportunities. We're also very open to grow the ecosystem, as we mentioned. We also co-invested in, for example, with the Alexa Fund. So we're here to literally kind of help and kind of grow and scale your startup. So make sure that you kind of reach out to us, and we can try to connect.
That's great. I'll add a couple of things as well to that. I think that, as I mentioned earlier, this ecosystem is growing rapidly. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're thinking about what do you want to do next, I think that the voice AI ecosystem is a great ecosystem to come in and innovate in. Growing rapidly, lots of user impact, fast-growing markets. It has many of the hallmarks that entrepreneurs look for about where to spend their time. And yeah, plus one to what Pauline said, think bold, think big. We're looking for great ideas. We're looking for innovative ideas that are coming out there, and we're excited to support those and help them take them to the next level. So we're looking forward to hearing from the next round of folks and seeing what might make sense to invest in. And even if investment doesn't make sense, seeing how we can help those businesses succeed in other ways.
Thank you very much. So lastly, but not less important, if I am an early stage company and wants to apply, what should I do? Where should I go?
So you'll see a QR code on your bottom of the screen that will lead you to our website, and has an application form to submit your application. Fill out the application, apply, and we'd love to communicate and get in touch with you and talk about next steps.
Thank you. I would like to thank you both for your time, for being here. And also thank you that are watching us. Enjoy the rest of the event. And that's it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Obrigado.
Não consegue lembrar o nome daquela música? Dá seus Google.